Greetings. I'm Samela, and my guest today is Linda Lysakowski, who is an advanced certified fundraising executive and an author. Welcome, Linda.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Tell me the story of how you went from banking to nonprofits to being an author.
Well, I guess some could say I'm one of those people who, even though I just turned 78, I'm still not sure what I want to do when I grow up. And so I started actually before I even had any career. My main career was raising children. I have five. I raised five children, have nine grandchildren, 13 great grandchildren, and one great great grandson. So
Wow.
that was my first job. And then I decided maybe it was time to think about going to work. So I started in as a part-time bank teller and worked my way up through that system, working in banking for 11 years as branch manager and community development officer and a number of different things within the bank. And I've always been involved in a lot of volunteer work. So as a banker, they encouraged us to get involved in our community. And so I served as a volunteer for a lot of different organizations. And one day I literally opened up my file drawer and saw that I had more folders for my volunteer projects than I had for work. And I said, maybe it's time to make a career change. And I was also going to school. I started college when I was in my 40s, I guess. Decided to go back and get a college degree. But being the overachiever that I've always been, I ended up getting a degree with three different majors:
Wow.
theology, philosophy, banking and finance, and communications. So I graduated from college and I thought, I really like this academia. I think I'll apply for a job here. And 2 weeks after graduation, I was the assistant vice president for institutional advancement at the university that was my alma mater. So, and then I went from there to working for a museum. But I felt that what I was really being called to do was be a consultant to other nonprofits because I saw so many emerging needs, smaller organizations, certainly smaller than a university and a museum, that really needed help getting things started. So I started my consulting business over 30 some years ago. And I've always been a big proponent of lifelong learning. So I learned an awful lot about the fundraising business, went to conferences, and I've always set goals for myself in any career that I had.
Mhm.
And so I set goals that I first wanted to become certified, a CFRE, which is a certified fundraising executive. And then I set a goal that, gee, I should go for the advanced certified fundraising executive when I was eligible to do that. And I set some goals that I wanted to be an international speaker, and I started speaking. And then I thought, oh, it's really great to share your knowledge with other people, but I could share it with a lot more people if I started writing.
Oh.
So I wrote my first book, I believe, in about probably 1993 or 94, my first fundraising book. It was called Recruiting and Training Fundraising Volunteers because I had always had a lot of success with that in my different careers and within the nonprofit industry. And now I have published, I sort of lost track. I think it's close to 30 nonprofit books.
Wow.
And then I started looking at expanding my horizons a little bit, and I wrote my first novel. And after that novel, I wrote a travel book called Beyond Las Vegas Road Trips from A to Z, which is kind of a fun chronicle of my adventures throughout rural Nevada and Arizona and Utah and California. And then I wrote several spiritual books. And I actually, just before I get on this call with you, I'm working on a new one now called Crown of Thorns. So that one's going to be a really interesting one, I think. But I just found that I could share my knowledge of nonprofits so much more if I got out there and wrote some books. Once I got started, it's like a passion. I mean, I think I'm writing 6 books simultaneously now, and I think I must be crazy. Um, Ironically, 4 out of my 5 children are kind of retired, and here I am still working like crazy and writing books. But I almost said I have to continue consulting to feed my writing habit. People have a lot of habits. Mine is writing, and I can't stay away. It's just, I get an inspiration and I say, I need to write a book about that. And I love helping other authors. I just helped a friend of mine who has been writing poetry for the last 30 years. And I said, you need to put this down into a book. And she said, oh, I don't know if I could do that. It's personal. And, it's poetry about my life. And I said, no, I think you need to share this. So I helped her publish her poetry book.
Wow.
And then another colleague who's a marriage and family therapist wrote a great little book. And I said, gosh, you need to publish this, so I helped her get published. So I'm always encouraging other authors, and I have several other people I'm kind of nudging a little bit to write about what they enjoy writing about and things that they really have a deep knowledge of. So I just think writing is the most fabulous thing in the world. I started writing short stories, I think I was about 12 years old, maybe 10. And my parents always encouraged me to do that. So I never got really serious about it until I had time after all my other careers. I said, no, it's time to start writing. And I look at it as a legacy. It's something that I'm leaving, that after I leave this world, he picks up one of my books and learns something from it. That is the greatest legacy you can leave. And it's really thrilling for me when somebody contacts me by email or by phone and I have your book and I've had it for 10 years and you should see it. It's all dog-eared and written in, and it helped me so much. And that to me is the most rewarding thing you can do, to know that you help somebody else through your knowledge. And writing a book is a great way to get it out there. I also do a lot of teaching online courses. I have 14 online courses that are really a great way to convey my knowledge to others, because you can't get out there and meet everybody in person. And it's great to know that people all over the world are buying your books and learning from you.
Are your courses related to your books?
They are. They're all related to nonprofit books, and almost every book I've written has a course that goes with it. So, and in fact, I'm offering, as of today, the email just went out, because so many nonprofit organizations are hurting during this COVID crisis,
Right.
and people are losing jobs or having their hours cut back. So I decided to do something really drastic and offer, during COVID, all of my courses are only going to be $99 each. They previously sold anywhere from $199 to $799.
Wow.
But I thought people really need this now, and why not do this as a gesture of my way of giving back to the community that has supported me so well during these
How
last
would we be able to contact you or get that information?
Well, I actually have two websites. One is Linda Lysakowski courses.com. That's where all my courses and all my nonprofit books are. And then I recently just started a new website called Spiritual Journeys with Linda Lysakowski. And that one features the other books that I've written that are not related to nonprofit organizations. So I have
Well, I'll
two.
be sure to put that information in the notes, and I'll put them in the comments here on Facebook. And I see that you're making a significant contribution to the community, as well as sharing your knowledge all over the place with everybody that you can, giving them the opportunity through your books and through your courses, which is incredibly amazing. And I just want to thank you, pat you on the back and say, good job with sharing all the opportunities that you've allowed other people to do.
Well, thank you for what you're doing. I think it's, people sometimes think when they get to be the age of 50, I was 50 when I started my business, and probably, a little over 50 when I started writing, in my 40s when I graduated from college. And it's never too late to start a new career and to butt into something different. I consider it lifelong learning.
And lifelong learning it is. Thank you so much for your interview today, Linda. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you again. And like I said, I will put all that information, your contact information, in the notes and in the comments on Facebook.
Terrific. And thank you for what you're doing for this community too.
Appreciate you. Thank you.